Hello and welcome. This is a short video on just some basics about Kundalini Yoga. So I thought it'd be really useful for you to have a video just to explain a few things because as beginners in anything, it's good to have some background, and because everybody is joining at different times and trying different classes, I thought it'd be really useful for you just to have some understanding so that I didn't have to repeat every lesson. So Kundalini Yoga is yoga of awareness. It's yoga of the mind, body, spirit, and it's the essence of our spirituality. So it's a bit of a different type of approach to yoga than maybe other yoga forms that you've tried, like Vinyasa Flow and Hatha Yoga. It's different in that there's a lot of breath work. Pranayama, and there is asana, a lot of asana, which is the physical work that we do, but a lot of the work is through the breath and the Kundalini, raising the Kundalini energy in the body. And Kundalini is also known as a coiled snake, so it's like a snake of energy running up your chakra system. Okay, and this Kundalini energy is like a coiled snake around your chakra system that we want to uncoil, that we want to set free. It's a divine feminine energy that we want to set free from our chakras so that we can heal. We can heal through our chakra system, and ultimately that's what we're trying to do in Kundalini Yoga, is heal through our 7 main chakras, which are the root chakra, being right at the bottom of your body, from your yoni to the earth through your legs, and then we have the sacral chakra, which is your womb area below your belly button. We then have the solar plexus chakra, which is in your main stomach area of your body. Then you have the heart chakra in the heart space, the throat chakra in the throat, the third eye between both of your eyes, and then the crown chakra. And these are the 7 main chakras in the body. So we're always working in Kundalini Yoga on clearing those chakras, making those chakras healthy and energized. They're either sometimes overstimulated and understimulated. So we're just working on how we can energize ourselves and give ourselves healing through the chakras. So yes, Kundalini Yoga is known as yoga of awareness. So it's really about our spiritual health coming into and integrating with our mind and body, our physical health as well. So we're trying to turn potential energy into kinetic energy, into vibrational energy, and you might hear the terms life force energy also used in Reiki energy as well. We're always trying to bring on our life force energy, and life force energy comes from Shiva in the sky, in the universe above us, and Shiva, which is Shakti, which is the divine mother energy in the earth. And we're always trying to balance those energies. My doggy wants to sit on the lap. Okay, balance those energies in our body. Okay, so you are going to have to actually sit here for a moment. All right. So in every lesson, in a Kundalini lesson, so starting with this, you might have seen traditionally that Kundalini is practiced with a headscarf or in whites. You can do this if you wish to do this. I choose not to. And you're sort of encouraged as well not to wear synthetic materials, because cotton is a good material that lets your body breathe, rather than synthetics, which are made of plastics and can make your body not breathe so well. So the energy, you want the energy to flow. So we always open a Kundalini class with something, the Adi mantra, which is Om Namo Gurudev Namo, which is I bow to the divine teacher, bows to the divine teacher in me, bows to the divine teacher in you. Okay. Or that we, you know, the divine in me bows to the divine in you. It's kind of a two-way reciprocity. I always get that word. A two-way give and take of exchange of energy. And also the Mangalanchara, Ad Gure Name, Jugat Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siri Gurude Ve Name. And basically this is the protection mantra. It's calling in protection for us. So we always start a lesson with this. Sometimes we'll mantra it and we'll use our voices. And sometimes we will use a recording on Spotify, which will help us to kind of tune in together without having to be the greatest singers in the world. So we also use different breath work, and there's various breath works, but I will probably be asking you to do one of two mostly. And one will be breathing in through your nose and breathing in to your diaphragm. So your diaphragm sits just below your lungs. So when you're breathing in, you're not breathing in and holding your breath and tightening up. You're actually breathing in and expanding your belly. Okay, it's a really interesting feeling, but you're expanding your belly and then you're breathing back down, either with your mouth closed, back down through your chakras, through your Sushumna and out into Mother Earth. Or I will ask you to just sigh out your breath. Or we will do breath of fire. And breath of fire is to really activate all your body systems and really give you that heat in the body. So you'll breathe in through your nose, and then we will pump. There will be various different breath works brought in throughout the learnings, but these are the two that I use the most because I really identify and find those the most powerful energetically in the body. Okay, so then we've also got locks. So I might ask you to make a root lock, yes. Muladhara, no, that's the wrong expression. Yes, the root locks, a Mulabandha, thank you, Mulabandha. So I'll ask you to pull up your anal passage, your yoni, and then the Uddiyana Bandha, which is in at the belly button, or the navel lock. So it's like a 3 lock. So in at your anal passage, then your yoni, and then in at your belly button. Keeping the chest open so that you can breathe, okay? Keeping your shoulders down, okay? You can still breathe in and out. And also there might be something called the Jalanda Bandha, which a full Jalanda is down, but I tend to ask you to do it just kind of pulling your throat back a bit, so that you're keeping the energy in the body, so you're keeping the energy of the Kundalini energy inside the body. So yeah, those are the locks I'll be asking you to do in general. The breaths are often held between, I will never ask you to go longer than 3 minutes unless you choose to. So between 1, 3, they tend to be 1, 3, 7, 11, 31, and then they 64, and they keep going. But I will never really ask you to hold a pose or a breath practice, a kriya, for more than 3 minutes. So a kriya is like a pose or asana, and it's usually a series of poses, but I might express it a kriya as a pose in a singular point as well. So yes, Kundalini awakening opens up the conscious mind possibilities beyond our expectations. And I'm learning this really to be true as I'm sort of stepping into this work, that there are definitely possibilities. You've probably heard of something called a Kundalini awakening. It can be very different for very many different people. It's good to just keep an eye on what's changing in your body. And, you know, Kundalini Yoga, when we breathe into the third eye, we have the pituitary and the pineal glands behind our third eye. They are activating and stimulating our reproductive hormones. So you might see some changes in your cycles, or you might see, you know, there's various changes that can happen in the body. And I'm still kind of seeing how that's coming, you know, into fruition for me personally. And I will always share in my classes how that's all going. But I have this notion and this idea that Kundalini Yoga really does help us to activate those areas that need activating, especially in menopause. And you know, scientifically I can't prove this, but that's my energetic feel around that we can really change the way that our body is aging in the aging process by using the Kundalini energy, but using it safely and being aware of our bodies, and always recognizing when those changes are coming through. So there's something called the third eye gaze. So when we are using our third eye, so when we are meditating, I will ask you to pull in at the root locks and make a slight Jalan Bandha in the throat. And then I will ask you to look up into the third eye. When you keep your eyes slightly open, it kind of creates this quite stimulating Kundalini energy rising through the body. You can just close your eyes and look into the light, that's absolutely fine. But just to let you know that, you know, we'll be practicing in ways that might stimulate and activate your body in ways you've never experienced before. And we'll be going through that process together as we do the classes. And if you're watching the replays, then feel free to send me a message and let me know what's going on for you. But when we do the third eye gaze, people always say, oh, but I don't see anything, I don't feel anything. Well, that's fine, but just don't push and expect anything, but just know that the idea of the third eye gaze is to be focusing us on what is it we want to bring from the subconscious. And we have these energy lines through our third eye and out of our the back of our head. These are called Shushumna, through the body and through our head. And these are the idea, we have a golden thread of energy from, as I say, Shiva to Shakti, the Mother Earth energy coming through the body. And also the body has different masculine and feminine sides within us. So the left side of the brain is masculine and the right is feminine, so logic and emotion, but it's the opposite in the body. Okay, so we have the Shushumna, and then we have the Nadis, which we have the Ida and the Pingala. So we have the left side of the body, the Ida is feminine, and the right side, Pingala, is masculine. So when we cross body in exercises, that's because we're calling in, and you'll see that in energy medicine, you'll see that in the Goddess Chakra dance. That's why, because we're kind of calling in the masculine and feminine sides of us, the polarities. We're always calling in the polarities either way, okay? Crossing and high and low, all right, through the chakra system. But I will make more videos around the chakra system and sort of breaking that down as well, and different separate videos on mudras and mantras and breath work. So mudras. So mudras are hand gestures that take the energy into a particular direction. So for instance, this is Jupiter mudra, okay, because all your hands and your fingers have the planets in them. So it's very much connected, Kundalini Yoga, with the astrology. And you point the hands in the direction you want to go. So when we want to go into the crown, we might do Sat Kriya, where we're breathing and we're pointing the hands in the direction that we want to go. Okay? So mudras, we'll again be going into that separate videos, but yes, mudras are the direction, the hand gestures where we want the energy to flow in the body or outside the body, in our auric field. We have auric field here and here. This is our energy body. We have an energy body outside of our physical and emotional body too. So, so that's, and then we have mantra. So, mantra is Laya Yoga. Laya Yoga is vibrational frequency yoga through our throats, through the blue lotus, through the opening of our throat. We mantra. So when we mantra, we repeat something over and over again. We're calling it into reality. Yeah. And also we're opening up the throat through mantra to allow the prana, the life force energy, the breath to come into the body, through the throat. So, so for instance, So for now, let's just know that when we practice mantra, that's what we're doing. We're opening up the throat chakra, and you can join in and learn different mantras. Again, you'll have playlists, and I can send out some worksheets as well. That's also possible, and use the playlist to learn the mantras in your own time as well. But all these different things come together: the breath work, the mantra, the asanas, the pranayama, the mudras. All of these things come together to heal our chakras and to heal us ultimately, heal our lives in every way. In physically, emotionally, spiritually, and mentally, every way possible. What else can I tell you about? The systems in the body that Kundalini works on are the respiratory, so your breath, your circulatory, your blood, your nervous system, your nerves, digestive system, what you'd expect, muscular, what you'd expect, immunity, cardiovascular, your muscles, and very importantly, your endocrine system, which is your hormonal system. So very much so, regulating our hormonal systems as well. So you can, whenever taking part in one of my classes, I would always suggest getting yourself a bolster. So a bolster, which is something like this, or a cushion, getting yourself a yoga mat. I've decided to use a cotton rag roll mat on top of my yoga mat for double thickness on the floor. You can have a sheepskin, but that depends on whatever you feel about using animal products. It's entirely a choice thing, but we want to be as natural as possible. So hence using cotton rag roll rugs. What else can I tell you? Yes, use child's pose as much as you want to. Listen to your own body. There's also something called a neti pot that you can buy, and I will do a separate video on how to use a neti pot. But a neti pot is basically something where you pour Himalayan salt water through your nose. It can be a little bit uncomfortable, and you can gargle with it as well to clear out the mucus in the body, so that you reduce the inflammation and mucus in the body, so that you can breathe, so that you can do the practice as best you can. And I would also say bring a blanket to your classes, or a shawl, something to wrap around you to keep you warm. When we do Savasana, I would often use the gongs and the drums and send you Reiki, so energy work, sound healing work as well, which is always quite lovely. I use international world playlists, so hopefully you'll enjoy my playlist. They're probably a little bit different to some Kundalini teachers, and come with an empty stomach. Come with an empty stomach, kind of don't just have a big dinner before you come. to a Kundalini class, because you don't want to make yourself ill. That's the same with any physical class, I would think. And also an open mind, an open heart, and a willingness to try something different. And I really do believe that Kundalini, especially Kundalini for women's health, is really going to be just hopefully transforming. It's transforming my life in so many ways, and yeah, I hope it transforms yours too. So, as we end all Kundalini Yoga classes with Sat Nam, which means I am truth, you are truth. So, take care, and see you all on the mat.